And we come to you from one of the truly iconic stadiums in the NFL as you get a look at Lambeau Field here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Green Bay Packers. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
On the double.
56. Check 56. Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Let's go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. The game's first play produces 6 yards. Brings up second down.
What a catch and one-handed. And I'm starting to lose my awe about the play. And maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They
don't
get a
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. 7 yards there and a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
Ready, ready.
20, Mike, 20. Target.
Hey, Alpha. X3. 218, chopper. Big grip.
On second down, it's Jones. So that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
56. Check 56.
Hey, Sam off. Bam.
Check.
He'll look to throw. Looking deep for Adams. Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. first carry for Darius Geis. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 45 on second down, Haskins, he'll get this to his speedster, Paul Richardson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. They'll try and get it with Geis. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here we go with Geis. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
First down, Redskins.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Geis. Vanderbilt's own Oren Burks had the tackle defensively.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Haskins. Complete. Richardson has it. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Hey, keep it up, keep it up. 44's the mark, 44's mark. Check, check. It's a party now. Let's go.
Now Haskins on 1st down. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Packers' 16-yard line.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now it's Haskins. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. 11 yards there, 1st down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far.
Ready. Pittsburgh.
It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
Geis, they'll try to run it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A 5-yard touchdown run. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the fourth down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on fourth down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and then converted a second time for 6 points.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll set up to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
47-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Right there. You're out. 42. Let's get it together.
On first down, this is Geis. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd and 5 now. Haskins. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Second down.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Check 13. Go, go.
Now it's Haskins. Throwing right, and that's complete. That one good for 26 and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And this is caught at the 8. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Haskins will throw. He'll buy some time right. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Check. Fresno. Showing it. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Haskins going to throw again. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Adam Shaheen there to make the grab. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early. Probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board.
56. Mike's 56.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And that's complete to Adams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up at the half, we'll hand things off to Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have scores from earlier today, plus a look ahead as well, so you won't want to miss that. A lot going on here in Week 1. A throw over the middle, taken in.
Set, 8, read. You draw corner.
Now back to throw. Open man is Kirk, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Redskins defense going to take over on the turnover on downs. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads of that?
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
And the Redskin first down.
Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's now 10 of 10 throwing the ball here to start the game. Now Haskins to throw it. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
After the sack on first down, Haskins, he'll take a shot for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go again.
Mike 42. Mike 42. Mike 42. Come on, baby.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Get ready.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Switch.
They'll run with Geis. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
Here we go. That's the plan. Let's go.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Mike 48. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. 48 to Mike. Bandit. 48's Mike. 48's Mike. Hey, defense, let's go.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. He's going to rifle one. This is caught inside the 15. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. Hey, they made no bones about it. They wanted to throw this rookie right into the fire, see what he could do. He shows what he can do there.
And you have to really put the time and effort in, because playing a receiver in the NFL is a difficult task. And for a rookie, all that you have to learn to get on the same page with your quarterback, that's excellent coaching. And how about how he's picked things up?
Picking things up in a big way with a big play in his NFL debut. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Adam Shaheen was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Hey, let's get that ball right here. Switch. Switch.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
And it's third down.
Got it. 44. Mike, 44. I'm coming. I'm coming. Go. 44 to Mike.
Third down. Here's Haskins. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Ready, set.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack.
Let's go. Let's bring it. 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Hey, watch the slant.
Look at me. Go. Under 10. Under 5.
Back to throw here. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his second interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Set, ready. 15 on it. Let's go. Wild Bill. Kill. 22, jet, cover. Kill. 22, jet, put it right.
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
Go.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And he's got it. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
Check. Hey, watch the slant.
On the ground, Geis. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
At their own 25-yard line.
Come on.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Watch the out. Watch the out.
2nd and 11. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already have what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. That's going to be caught by Richardson. They'll get 34 yards there. Well, they had held him pretty well in check, but if you recall back in the first quarter, you said they needed to avoid the big play. He finally gets loose.
And the thing about it, it doesn't have to be a bunch of big plays. Sometimes one big play can be enough. That's why it's tough to deal with a guy like that.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Haskins. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. From 10 yards out as his guys continue to pour it on. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Good work, man. Let's go. Let's go.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. 2nd and 1. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Montez Sweat. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
You can't stop me.
On 3rd His bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Redskins take over first and 10.
Let's go.
14-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. He'll get 2 yards back, but it's going to leave him with a long 3rd and 13. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
48 Mike. You better be afraid of me. You better be afraid of me.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
A good return there, 17 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
90, Wolf. Recon, 132 fighter.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
Ready?
A quick throw out to Adams on the perimeter. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
61, match box, Mike.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Move.
At the Redskins' 36-yard line.
Go.
2nd and 2. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
56. Check 56.
Buzz.
Watch the screen. Under
Gone.
Under crunch. Check 50. Check 50.
Deep grip.
They'll look to throw here. And able to find Kirk complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Christian Kirk, 36 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead drops from 34 down to 27.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Haskins going to try to throw it. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. On second down, Love. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the